So in this, I have to ask myself, what do you want? How much do a dollar cost, for real? Because the opportunities start to pour in, right? Hand over fist, opportunity after opportunity. And I didn't know what to do, because the end game of what I was trying to achieve was right, but the offers didn't align with what I needed, right? The pattern didn't change. It was the similar sequence of events, right? I had a really great offer applied, but it morally didn't align with my faith and values as a Christian, right? And like I told y'all, I might have been showing out online, but behind closed doors, I pray and talk to the good Lord. So finally, I get pushed up to what people would say was a big wig up there in the entertainment industry. So this guy, who I'm going to call Lou, he presented himself to me, and he came in and he seemed to be relatively nice, right? And Lou offered me a major deal with a major streaming platform. And y'all, I wanted this. I wanted this. Okay? I don't have an abundance. I'm a single mom. I live paycheck to 5 days before paycheck like everybody else. And I wanted to get out of here, right? So it was my dream. It is my dream. And as he began to speak, he said things that internally conflicted me, right? Things that didn't align with my faith or belief, my heart or value system, right? And I decided to respectfully decline. And this is where things sort of flipped, because he became aggressive. And I'm not gonna lie, y'all, I was afraid. I was really afraid. And so I ended up blocking him, right? Because like, what do you do? Like, I block him, right? So at this point, I'm at 117,000 followers, right? I learned how to get the motion I needed. And after this, like, my emotions started to become harder to manage. My life became harder to manage. And as time goes on, I'm showing up online, hey guys, how are you? And telling my life story, and like, doing the influencer thing, selling the dream, because that's what you do, right? And people would even I learned how to make really pretty backdrops, right? You see me in a house, right? And I would do funny stuff, like I would put myself on my couch, which is a decent couch, and have a nice backdrop. And I remember I'm sitting in this like Versace a sports bra that I bought when I was still married, and I wrote, "Life is what you make it." And a lot of people didn't even know I lived in a trailer. Somebody commented in on something and said, "You make people in trailers look bad." And I said, "Well, get a camera and make us look better." You see what I'm saying? But I'm behind closed doors crying, heartbroken, praying to God, just do something, please. And so more deals start pouring in. TV, music, anything I wanted at this point. And like I said, I'm a Christian. I have a certain set of values. Now, on the other hand, I'm meeting all these people in the industry, celebrities, right? And yeah, I wasn't somebody that did like flyouts or whatever, right? I would say the same thing to each individual, which is something to the effect of what Shakespeare said: if you think a flower is beautiful, it's best not to pick it. It kills it. So I'm seeing these celebrities, right? And let's just say that you're given $1 million, right? And of this $1 million, you have $1.5 million in debt, right? So you have $1 million, but $1.5 million in debt. What money do you really have, right? So yeah, they're living in these lavish buildings and apartments and XYZ with this whip and those bags and all that. But when it comes down to it, you look at the video, the car's leased, the bag is product placement, all these things, dollars and cents, what you really got. Because it don't look like a life I want to live, a life I want to pursue. I don't want to be financially stuck, right? I already know that life, right? Right? So what seemed like a dream really looks like a nightmare to me.